Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really plunging into what it means to be, well, truly multifaceted. Our mission here is to see what we can all learn from one person's story, Abhijit Chakraborty. He's managed to, weave together being an educator, an entrepreneur, an author, and a filmmaker.
Quite the combination.
Exactly. We want to get at the passion driving all that.
And we've been looking through excerpts from a profile on him. It's fascinating stuff. It really shows a kind of integrated approach, not just a list of jobs.
Right, how all these different skills maybe feed into each other.
Precisely. How you can grow skills in one area and then maybe unexpectedly apply them somewhere else entirely.
Okay, so let's unpack this right from the start. Abhijit's journey, it seems, began pretty boldly. At just 19, back in 2001, he actually established the Brajadam Computer Tutorial Center, or BCTC.
Yeah, 19. That's incredibly young to not just look for a job, but to, well, create one, like you said, an educational venture, no less.
And it wasn't just a small startup that stayed small.
No, not at all. What's really striking is how quickly he expanded it. By 2005, he'd added a spoken English course.
Okay.
And this wasn't just, a generic English course. He developed his own unique curriculum based on phonetics.
Phonetics. Interesting.
Yeah, specifically designed to help Bengali medium students schooled primarily in Bengali overcome common pronunciation challenges. It feels less like just business and more like a real mission.
To empower them, bridge that language gap. You can really see the educator aspect shining through there.
Absolutely. But then things take a creative turn.
Right. This is where it gets really interesting for me. In 2018, he jumps into filmmaking, creates a short Bengali psycho-horror film called Dappa.
And he didn't just say, hire a crew and direct.
No. He apparently wrote the script, composed the music, and edited it himself. Plus, he assisted on a couple of other short films, too. That's a lot.
It is. It speaks volumes about his resourcefulness, doesn't it? Imagine being essentially a one-person production house for Dappa.
Handling everything. Budget, sound design, distribution.
Exactly. It shows real logistical skill, not just artistry. You can almost see maybe the organizational skills from running BCTC coming into play there. That kind of core operational mindset.
That makes sense. And 2018 was a big year because it wasn't just films.
Correct. That same year, he also kicked off his writing career. His first English short story, The Dreadful Day, came out on Amazon Kindle.
And he's had some success there too, right?
Yeah.
Awards.
He has. Several stories have won accolades. One called The Whispering Shadows even picked up the Kolkata Literary Award. That's quite prestigious.
Wow. So filmmaking and writing launching around the same time.
And demonstrating real consistency, too. He self-published a collection, BCTC 1 Dozen English Short Stories, in 2020.
Okay.
And then his next solo book, Love Has Expiry Date, is actually set to be published by Ukiyoto in 2025. So a steady output.
And you mentioned something about accessibility.
Yes. And for you, the listener, this is quite interesting. Some of his stories are actually available in audio format, too. So he's thinking about reaching people in different ways.
So, when we step back, we see this person in Kolkata juggling teaching, running the center, writing, making films, and also family life. Parents, wife, son, aunt mentioned in the profile. It seems like an incredible balancing act.
It really does.
Do the sources give any clues about how he actually sustains all this? It sounds almost superhuman.
That's a fair question. The profile definitely highlights the achievements, but it does imply, immense discipline is required.
Sure.
And that passion we talked about, particularly helping Bengali medium students with English, that seems to be a consistent thread connecting the teaching and the business side.
A core mission.
Exactly. It seems less like totally separate ventures and more like different ways of expressing a drive for empowerment, for storytelling.
Yeah.
Maybe the discipline learned in one area, like the business, helps fuel the creative work. They cross-pollinate.
So Abhijit Chakraborty's journey, it really feels like a powerful example of embracing multiple passions, doesn't it?
Cool.
Not feeling like you have to choose just one path, but maybe finding ways to build a life where different interests can connect and, well, thrive together.
And this whole deep dive really makes you think, doesn't it?
Correct.
About what being multifaceted truly means. It suggests that pursuing diverse interests, if managed with focus and a core purpose, can lead to a really impactful and ultimately fulfilling life.
It really does. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What untapped talents or passions might you be holding on to, just waiting to be woven into your own story?